Betty is an excellent cook, but she's a terrible driver.
ベティはである
Betty is
素晴らしい料理人
an excellent cook,
しかし彼女はである
but she's
とても下手な運転者
a terrible driver. Betty is an excellent cook, but she's a terrible driver.
Our office is closed on Sundays and public holidays.
私たちのオフィスはある。
Our office is
閉じられた状態に、
closed
日曜日に、
on Sundays
そして祝祭日に。
and public holidays. Our office is closed on Sundays and public holidays. I suppose every neighborhood has someone like him.
私は思う。
I suppose
すべての近隣が持っていると。
every neighborhood has
人を
someone
彼のような。
like him. I suppose every neighborhood has someone like him. A number of plans are currently under consideration.
いくつかのプラ
A number of plans
ンがある、目下、
are currently
検討中で。
under consideration. A number of plans are currently under consideration. I'm out of the country on business till Friday night.
私はいる。
I'm
外に、国の、
out of the country
仕事で、
on business
金曜日の夜まで。
till Friday night. I'm out of the country on business till Friday night. Time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes by so quickly.
時間は空を飛ぶ。
Time flies,
その通りですよね。
doesn't it?
ええそれは過ぎ去る
Yeah, it goes by
とても素早く
so quickly.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes by so quickly.
He's not a child anymore.
But he isn't an adult either.
彼は子供ではない。
He's not a child
もはや。
anymore.
しかし彼は大人ではない
But he isn't an adult
また
either.
He's not a child anymore.
But he isn't an adult either. Honestly, I didn't like her at first.
Neither did I.
正直に言って
Honestly,
私は好きでなかった彼女を
I didn't like her
最初は
at first.
そうではなかった、僕も。
Neither did I.
Honestly, I didn't like her at first.
Neither did I. I can't and won't put up with it any longer.
私はできない。そして、つもりはない。
I can't and won't
耐える、それに、
put up with it
これ以上。
any longer. I can't and won't put up with it any longer. Nobody's perfect except me.
無の人が完璧だ。
Nobody's perfect
僕を除いて。
except me. Nobody's perfect except me. Not all information on the internet is accurate.
すべてではない情報。
Not all information
インターネット上の
on the internet
が正確だ。
is accurate. Not all information on the internet is accurate.
Is this common in Britain?
No, it's relatively rare.
これは一般的ですか
Is this common
英国では
in Britain?
いいえ、
No,
それは比較的稀です。
it's relatively rare.
Is this common in Britain?
No, it's relatively rare. You mean I've got to do this all over again?
あなたは言わんとしていますか？
You mean
私がしなければならないと。
I've got to
行うのを、これを。
do this
もう一度最初から。
all over again? You mean I've got to do this all over again?
See, I'm good at baseball, right?
ほらね、
See,
僕は上手だ。
I'm good
野球が。
at baseball,
その通りでは？
right? See, I'm good at baseball, right?
I'm relying on you, so don't let me down, okay?
私は頼りにしている。君を。
I'm relying on you,
だから、
so
させないで私をがっかり。
don't let me down,
いいですか？
okay? I'm relying on you, so don't let me down, okay? Just out of curiosity, why did they break up?
単に好奇心からですが、
Just out of curiosity,
なぜ
why
彼らは別れましたか？
did they break up? Just out of curiosity, why did they break up? How often do you exercise?
every other day.
どのくらい頻繁に？
How often
あなたは運動していますか？
do you exercise?
一日おきに。
every other day.
How often do you exercise?
every other day.
What's this line for?
No idea. I'm new here.
なんでこの列はありますか？ために。
What's this line for?
わからない。
No idea.
私は来たばかりだ。ここに。
I'm new here.
What's this line for?
No idea. I'm new here.
Who do you usually fly with?
American Airlines.
誰？
Who
あなたは大抵
do you usually
飛びますか？と一緒に。
fly with?
アメリカン航空です。
American Airlines.
Who do you usually fly with?
American Airlines.
I'm a pharmacist. What do you do?
私は薬剤師です。
I'm a pharmacist.
何をあなたはしていますか？
What do you do? I'm a pharmacist. What do you do? Excuse me, I'm getting off.
Hey, you forgot your umbrella.
すみません。
Excuse me,
私は降りようとしています。
I'm getting off.
ちょっと、あなたは忘れた。
Hey, you forgot
あなたの傘を。
your umbrella.
Excuse me, I'm getting off.
Hey, you forgot your umbrella.
Where did you go to college?
I attended Ohio University.
どこで
Where
あなたは通いましたか？大学に。
did you go to college?
私は通いました。
I attended
オハイオ大学に。
Ohio University.
Where did you go to college?
I attended Ohio University. Oh no, I've lost my wallet. What should I do?
ああ、なんということ。
Oh no,
私は失ってしまった。
I've lost
私の財布を。
my wallet.
何を私はすべきだろう。
What should I do? Oh no, I've lost my wallet. What should I do? When will the wedding be?
We haven't decided yet.
いつ
When
結婚式はありますか？
will the wedding be?
私たちは決め終えていない。まだ。
We haven't decided yet.
When will the wedding be?
We haven't decided yet.
Haven't we met somewhere before?
私たちは会っていませんか？
Haven't we met
どこかで、
somewhere
以前に、
before? Haven't we met somewhere before? Lately, things haven't been going well at work.
最近、
Lately,
物事
things
がずっと進んでいない、うまく、
haven't been going well
職場で、
at work. Lately, things haven't been going well at work.
I tried to contact him, but he had already gone home.
私はしようとした。
I tried to
連絡を取ることを彼に。
contact him,
しかし、彼はすでに行ってしまっていた。自宅へ。
but he had already gone home. I tried to contact him, but he had already gone home.
When Joe arrived, Pat had left.
以下の時に、
When
ジョーが到着した、
Joe arrived,
パットは立ち去っていた。
Pat had left. When Joe arrived, Pat had left. What happened? Why is Ben upset?
Max is dying.
何が起こったの？
What happened?
なぜベンはうろたえているの？
Why is Ben upset?
マックスが死にかけている。
Max is dying.
What happened? Why is Ben upset?
Max is dying.
Ted is a fast reader.
テッドはである。
Ted is
早い読者。
a fast reader. Ted is a fast reader.
You've become a cat person as well as a dog person?
君はなったの？
You've become
猫好きの人間に、
a cat person
加えて
as well as
犬好きの人間に、
a dog person? You've become a cat person as well as a dog person?
What are your symptoms?
I keep coughing.
何ですか？
What are
あなたの症状は。
your symptoms?
私はあり続けている。
I keep
咳をしている状態で、
coughing.
What are your symptoms?
I keep coughing. Try to sound smart and appear calm in an interview.
努めなさい。
Try to
聞こえるように頭が良いと。
sound smart
そして思えるように落ち着いていると。
and appear calm
面接では、
in an interview. Try to sound smart and appear calm in an interview. It's gone cold. Yuck, it tastes awful.
それはなってしまっている。
It's gone
冷たい状態に、
cold.
げ、
Yuck,
それは味がする。
it tastes
ひどい。
awful. It's gone cold. Yuck, it tastes awful.
This sort of bag is getting popular among teenage girls.
このようなカバン
This sort of bag
がなってきている。人気に。
is getting popular
10代の少女たちの間で。
among teenage girls. This sort of bag is getting popular among teenage girls.
Excuse me, do you speak English?
すみません。
Excuse me,
あなたは話しますか？
do you speak
英語を。
English? Excuse me, do you speak English? Just hand them to me and I'll put them away.
ただ手渡してください、それらを。
Just hand them
僕へと。
to me.
そうすれば。
And
僕が片付けます、それらを。
I'll put them away. Just hand them to me and I'll put them away. You didn't throw that envelope away, did you?
あなたはしなかった。
You didn't
捨てることを、あの封筒を。
throw that envelope away,
その通りですよね。
did you? You didn't throw that envelope away, did you? Pat, I bought this ring for you. Won't you wear it?
パッと、僕は買った。
Pat, I bought
この指輪を、
this ring
君のために。
for you.
君はしてくれないか？
Won't you
身につけることを、それを。
wear it? Pat, I bought this ring for you. Won't you wear it? I'll show you the way. I'm going in the same direction.
私は示します。
I'll show
あなたに道順を。
you the way.
私は今進んでいるところだ。
I'm going
同じ方向に。
in the same direction. I'll show you the way. I'm going in the same direction.
Mommy, please get me this.
No, I won't buy you any more baseball cards.
ママ、どうか手に入れて。
Mommy, please get
僕にこれを。
me this.
いいえ、私は買わない。
No, I won't buy
あなたにいかなるこれ以上の野球カードも。
you any more baseball cards.
Mommy, please get me this.
No, I won't buy you any more baseball cards.
These cost me $12 each, so you owe me $48 in total.
これらは負担させた。
These cost
私に12ドルを。
me $12
それぞれ。
each,
だからあなたは追っている。
so you owe
私に48ドルを。
me $48
合計で。
in total. These cost me $12 each, so you owe me $48 in total. I'll make you the happiest person alive.
僕はするつもりだ。
I'll make
君を最も幸せな人に、この世で。
you the happiest person alive. I'll make you the happiest person alive.
How do you like your new chair?
I find it quite comfortable.
どのようにあなたは気に入っていますか？
How do you like
あなたの新しい椅子を。
your new chair?
私は分かっています。
I find
それがかなり快適だと。
it quite comfortable.
How do you like your new chair?
I find it quite comfortable.
We're having pizza delivered for dinner tonight.
私たちはしてもらうことになっている。
We're having
ピザが配達されるように。
pizza delivered
夕食に今晩。
for dinner tonight. We're having pizza delivered for dinner tonight. I saw a new park being built next to the city hall.
私は目にした。
I saw
新しい公園が作られているのを。
a new park being built
隣に市役所の。
next to the city hall. I saw a new park being built next to the city hall. Mike, I don't want you to stay up late.
マイク、私は望まない。
Mike, I don't want
君が起きているのを。
you to stay up.
遅くまで。
Late. Mike, I don't want you to stay up late. Don't expect me to do everything. I'm not a superwoman.
期待しないで。
Don't expect
私がするのをすべてを。
me to do everything.
私はスーパーウーマンではない。
I'm not a superwoman. Don't expect me to do everything. I'm not a superwoman.
Do you need it fixed now?
Yes, I want it done right away.
あなたは必要としていますか？
Do you need
それが修理されるのを今。
it fixed now?
はい、私は望む。
Yes, I want
それが行われるのを直ちに。
it done right away.
Do you need it fixed now?
Yes, I want it done right away. I think Pat is in love.
What makes you say that?
私は思う。
I think
パットは恋をしていると。
Pat is in love.
何がさせるのか。
What makes
君に言うようにそれを。
you say that?
I think Pat is in love.
What makes you say that? How did you get her to agree to this?
どのように。
How
君は持って行ったの？
did you get
彼女を承諾するように。
her to agree
これに。
to this? How did you get her to agree to this? The other day, I saw Pat and Mr. Lee get into a cab.
先日、
The other day,
私は目にした。
I saw
パットとリーさんが
Pat and Mr. Lee
乗り込むのをタクシーに。
get into a cab. The other day, I saw Pat and Mr. Lee get into a cab.
Bill was nearly hit by a motorcycle on his way home.
ビルはあと少しで追突されるところだった。
Bill was nearly hit
バイクによって。
by a motorcycle
彼の道中で自宅への。
on his way home. Bill was nearly hit by a motorcycle on his way home. Max was properly looked after and cared for.
マックスはいた。
Max was
適切に世話されて。
properly looked after
そして大事にされて。
and cared for. Max was properly looked after and cared for.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
あなたは終えていますか？
Are you finished?
はい、私は終えています。
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
This oil is made from sesame seeds.
この油
This oil
は作られている。
is made
ごまの種から。
from sesame seeds. This oil is made from sesame seeds.
This bar gets crowded at night with locals and tourists alike.
このバーはなる、混んだ状態に。
This bar gets crowded
夜に
at night
伴って。
with
地元の人たちと観光客たちの両方を。
locals and tourists alike. This bar gets crowded at night with locals and tourists alike. At age 10, Mike was told the truth about Santa Claus.
10歳で
At age 10,
マイクは話された。
Mike was told
真実を。
the truth
サンタクロースについての。
about Santa Claus. At age 10, Mike was told the truth about Santa Claus.
Our activities are made possible by private contributions.
我々の活動はされている。
Our activities are made
可能に
possible
民間の寄付金によって
by private contributions. Our activities are made possible by private contributions. No vehicles are allowed to park in this area.
無の乗り物が許されている。
No vehicles are allowed
駐車するのを
to park
この区域において
in this area. No vehicles are allowed to park in this area.
In that case, it can't be helped.
ああ、 その場合は、
in that case,
それはできない、回避されることが、
it can't be helped. In that case, it can't be helped.
Don't worry about it. It's been taken care of.
心配しないで。
Don't worry
それについて
about it.
それは現在までに
It's been
対処されている。
taken care of. Don't worry about it. It's been taken care of.
To do two things at once is to do neither.
すること、二つのことを、
To do two things
一度に、
at once
は、することだ、どちらも無を、
is to do neither. To do two things at once is to do neither.
I'm new here and I hope to get along with everyone.
私は新入りだ。ここにおいて。
I'm new here
そして私は希望している。
and I hope
うまくやっていくことを全員と。
to get along with everyone. I'm new here and I hope to get along with everyone. Joe, what are you planning to major in?
ジョー、何を君は計画していますか？
Joe, what are you planning
専攻することを。
to major in? Joe, what are you planning to major in?
I need some advice on what size to buy.
私は必要としている、
I need
アドバイスを、
some advice
関しての、
on
どのサイズを買うべきかに、
what size to buy. I need some advice on what size to buy.
I'm looking for a decent hotel to stay at for 2 nights.
私は探している。
I'm looking for
そこそこ良いホテルを。
a decent hotel
宿泊するための。
to stay at
2晩のために。
for 2 nights. I'm looking for a decent hotel to stay at for 2 nights.
I was so busy I had no time to breathe.
私はとても忙しかった。
I was so busy.
私が持っていたほど、
I had
無の時間を、
no time
呼吸をするための、
to breathe. I was so busy I had no time to breathe. Mike, be the first to say hello.
マイク、最初でありなさい。
Mike, be the first
言う、こんにちはを、
to say hello. Mike, be the first to say hello.
I'm here to ask you a favor.
私はいる、ここに。
I'm here
頼むために。
to ask
君に親切な行為を。
you a favor. I'm here to ask you a favor. I'm surprised to see you here at this time of day.
私は驚いている。
I'm surprised
目にして、君を、ここで。
to see you here
この時間に、一日の。
at this time of day. I'm surprised to see you here at this time of day. Keep up the good work and you are sure to succeed.
維持しなさい。
Keep up
その良い仕事ぶりを。
the good work
そうすれば君は確実だ。
and you are sure
成功するのが。
to succeed. Keep up the good work and you are sure to succeed.
In short, he's easy to forget.
要するに、
In short,
彼は簡単だ。
he's easy
忘れるのが。
to forget. In short, he's easy to forget.
He turned around to see Bob and Kate waving at him.
彼は向きを変えた。くるりと。
He turned around
そして目にする。
to see
ボブとケイトが
Bob and Kate
手を振っているのを彼に。
waving at him. He turned around to see Bob and Kate waving at him.
She's waiting to hear from you.
彼女は待っている。
She's waiting
連絡をもらうのをあなたから。
to hear from you. She's waiting to hear from you. Everything will turn out fine.
That's easy for you to say.
すべては将来
Everything will
判明する。良いと。
turn out fine.
それは簡単だ。
That's easy
君が言うのが。
for you to say.
Everything will turn out fine.
That's easy for you to say. I seem to have lost my way. Where am I on this map?
私は思える。
I seem
見失ったと自分の道を。
to have lost my way.
どこにいますか私は。
Where am I
この地図上で。
on this map? I seem to have lost my way. Where am I on this map?
Mike, be careful not to slip and fall.
マイク、注意しなさい。
Mike, be careful
しないように。
not to
滑って転ぶことを。
slip and fall. Mike, be careful not to slip and fall.
Joe wishes to make money without making much effort.
ジョーは望んでいる。
Joe wishes
稼ぐことを、お金を。
to make money
することなしに。
without making
多くの努力を。
much effort. Joe wishes to make money without making much effort.
I feel like I'm starting to like this job.
私は感じる。以下のように。
I feel like
私が始めていると。
I'm starting
好きになることを。この仕事を。
to like this job. I feel like I'm starting to like this job.
I haven't finished talking yet.
Well, I'm finished listening.
私は終えていない。
I haven't finished
話すことをまだ。
talking yet.
そうかい。僕は終えているが。
Well, I'm finished
聞くことを。
listening.
I haven't finished talking yet.
Well, I'm finished listening. I don't mind vacuuming, but I hate cleaning the bathroom.
私は嫌だと思わない。
I don't mind
掃除機をかけることを。
vacuuming,
しかし私は嫌だ。
but I hate
掃除することが。バスルームを。
cleaning the bathroom. I don't mind vacuuming, but I hate cleaning the bathroom.
Fred, I think your pants need ironing.
フレッド、私は思う。
Fred, I think
あなたのズボンは必要だと。
Your pants need
アイロンをかけることが。
ironing. Fred, I think your pants need ironing. I'm looking forward to meeting you this Friday.
私は楽しみにしている。
I'm looking forward to
会うことをあなたに。
meeting you
この金曜日に。
this Friday. I'm looking forward to meeting you this Friday.
Having studied Spanish helped her on her trip to Mexico.
以前に勉強したこと、スペイン語を。
Having studied Spanish
は助けた彼女を。
helped her
彼女の旅行でメキシコへの。
on her trip to Mexico. Having studied Spanish helped her on her trip to Mexico.
I am tired of my boss yelling at me.
私はうんざりしている。
I am tired of
私の上司が怒鳴ることに。
my boss yelling
私に向かって。
at me. I am tired of my boss yelling at me.
Fred, the best thing for your health is not overeating.
フレッド、
Fred,
最も良いこと。
the best thing
あなたの健康にとって
for your health
は過食しないこと。
is not overeating. Fred, the best thing for your health is not overeating. Shipping and handling charges are included in the price.
配送と取扱い、料金
Shipping and handling charges
は含まれている。
are included
価格の中に。
in the price. Shipping and handling charges are included in the price. Phew, teaching small kids is really tiring.
ふう、
Phew,
教えること小さな子供たちに
teaching small kids
は本当に人を疲れさせる。
is really tiring. Phew, teaching small kids is really tiring.
There was a long line of people waiting to get in.
あった。
There was
長い列が
a long line
人々の
of people
待っている中に入るために。
waiting to get in. There was a long line of people waiting to get in.
Candidates must be fluent in written and spoken English.
志望者
Candidates
は流暢でなければならない。
must be fluent
書かれる、そして話される英語に。
in written and spoken English. Candidates must be fluent in written and spoken English.
We have brochures available for interested customers.
私たちはしている。
We have
パンフレットが入手できるように。
brochures available
興味を持ったお客様に。
for interested customers. We have brochures available for interested customers.
Families interested in participating can call 582-693-104.
家族
Families
興味がある、参加することに
interested in participating
は電話することができる。
can call
582-693-1042
582-693-104. Families interested in participating can call 582-693-104. There's no one here called Eric. You have the wrong number.
いる、無の人がここには。
There's no one here.
呼ばれるエリックと、
called Eric.
あなたは持っている、
You have
間違った番号を、
the wrong number. There's no one here called Eric. You have the wrong number. Our budget is under $25,000, including tax.
私たちの予算は、である、
Our budget is
$25,000未満、
under $25,000,
含めて税金を、
including tax. Our budget is under $25,000, including tax. Mike, don't waste time playing video games.
マイク、無駄にしてはいけない時間を、
Mike, don't waste time
行ってテレビゲームを、
playing video games. Mike, don't waste time playing video games.
Ben is having difficulty adjusting to kindergarten.
ベンは経験しているところだ、困難を、
Ben is having difficulty
適応するのに、
adjusting
幼稚園に、
to kindergarten. Ben is having difficulty adjusting to kindergarten.
This is truly unique, not seen anywhere else.
これは本当に唯一無二です。
This is truly unique,
見られない、
not seen
いかなる場所でも他の、
anywhere else. This is truly unique, not seen anywhere else. Your bad luck is nothing compared to mine.
君の不運
Your bad luck
は無である。
is nothing
比べられた場合、僕のと。
compared to mine. Your bad luck is nothing compared to mine. Judging by his dialect, he's probably from the north.
判断すると、
Judging
彼の方言によって、
by his dialect,
彼はおそらくいる。
he's probably
北部から来て、
from the north. Judging by his dialect, he's probably from the north.
Mike, don't talk with your mouth full.
マイク、話をしてはいけません。
Mike, don't talk
状態で、あなたの口が詰まっている。
with your mouth full. Mike, don't talk with your mouth full.
My strong point is that I'm always positive.
私の長所はである。
My strong point is
以下のこと、
that
私は常に前向きだ。
I'm always positive. My strong point is that I'm always positive. Are you sure that it will work?
Positive.
君は確信していますか？
Are you sure
以下のことを、
that
それがうまくいく。
it will work?
確信しています。
Positive.
Are you sure that it will work?
Positive. It's wonderful you have such a close relationship with your son-in-law.
それは素晴らしい。
It's wonderful.
あなたが持っていることは、
You have
そのような親しい関係を、
such a close relationship
あなたの義理の息子と、
with your son-in-law. It's wonderful you have such a close relationship with your son-in-law. I have the impression she already has someone in mind.
私は持っている。
I have
印象を、
the impression
彼女はすでに持っているという、
she already has
誰かを頭の中に、
someone in mind. I have the impression she already has someone in mind. I'll ask my boss if I can have a day off.
私は尋ねるつもりだ。
I'll ask
私の上司に
my boss
以下かどうかを
if
私が取ることができるか
I can have
一日の休みを
a day off. I'll ask my boss if I can have a day off.
The question is whether we have the will to do it.
問題はである。
The question is
以下かどうか。
whether
我々が持っている意思を
we have the will
するためのそれを
to do it. The question is whether we have the will to do it.
I wonder why Pat chose Mr. Lee instead of Joe.
私は知りたいと思う。
I wonder
なぜパットが選んだのか、リーさんを。
why Pat chose Mr. Lee
代わりに、ジョーの。
instead of Joe. I wonder why Pat chose Mr. Lee instead of Joe. You know what I mean, right?
あなたはわかる。
You know
何を私が言いたいのか。
what I mean,
そうですよね。
right? You know what I mean, right? This is what I do to stay in shape.
これはことです。
This is what
私が行っている。
I do
あり続けるために、健康で。
to stay in shape. This is what I do to stay in shape.
How old do you think she is?
I'd say 24, 25.
何歳だと
How old
君は思いますか？
do you think
彼女が
she is?
私は思う。24、25だと。
I'd say 24, 25.
How old do you think she is?
I'd say 24, 25. We only employ people who are friendly and outgoing.
私たちは雇っているだけだ。
We only employ
人たちを。
people
すなわちその人たちは、である。
who are
気さくで社交的。
friendly and outgoing. We only employ people who are friendly and outgoing. I have a cousin whose name is the same as yours.
私は持っている。いとこを。
I have a cousin
すなわちその人の名前
whose name
は同じだ。
is the same
あなたのと。
as yours. I have a cousin whose name is the same as yours. Pick one thing that you like about your appearance.
選びなさい。一つのことを。
Pick one thing
すなわちそれを君は好きである。
that you like
君の外見について。
about your appearance. Pick one thing that you like about your appearance.
Cindy, here's the recipe you asked me about.
シンディ、ここにある
Cindy, here's
レシピが
the recipe
君が尋ねた僕について
you asked me about. Cindy, here's the recipe you asked me about. In his speech, Ted quoted a poet whose name I've forgotten.
彼のスピーチの中で
In his speech,
テッドは言葉を引用した詩人の
Ted quoted a poet
すなわちその名前を
whose name
私は忘れてしまった
I've forgotten. In his speech, Ted quoted a poet whose name I've forgotten. Stay away from areas where crime is likely to occur.
とどまってください離れたところに
Stay away
地域から
from areas
すなわちそこでは
where
犯罪が 可能性が高い、発生する。
Crime is likely to occur. Stay away from areas where crime is likely to occur.
Long time no see. When was the last time we met?
長い間会わなかったですね。
Long time no see.
いつでしたか？最後の時は。
When was the last time?
我々が会った。
We met. Long time no see. When was the last time we met? There are many ways the internet saves us time.
ある、たくさんの方法が。
There are many ways.
インターネットは省いてくれる。我々に時間を。
The internet saves us time. There are many ways the internet saves us time.
The reason I called is that I've got some good news for you.
理由、
The reason
私が電話した
I called
は以下のことだ。
is that
私は持っている。
I've got
ある良い知らせを。
some good news
君にとっての。
for you. The reason I called is that I've got some good news for you.
Andy's extremely jealous, which drives me crazy.
アンディは極めて嫉妬深い。
Andy is extremely jealous.
そしてそれはさせる。私を頭がおかしな状態に。
Which drives me crazy. Andy's extremely jealous, which drives me crazy. Betty is having a baby.
Which means I'm gonna be an uncle.
ベティは授かることになっている。赤ちゃんを。
Betty is having a baby.
つまりそれは意味する。
Which means
僕がなることを
I'm gonna be
おじさんに。
an uncle.
Betty is having a baby.
Which means I'm gonna be an uncle.
Before you sign it, make sure you read it thoroughly.
以下の前に
Before
あなたがサインをする。それに
you sign it,
確実にしてください。
make sure
あなたが読むことを、それを徹底的に。
you read it thoroughly. Before you sign it, make sure you read it thoroughly. I didn't notice the difference until you pointed it out.
私は気づかなかった。
I didn't notice
その違いに
the difference
以下の時までずっと。
until
君が指摘したそれを。
you pointed it out. I didn't notice the difference until you pointed it out.
While you're there, can you get me some batteries?
以下の間に
While
君がいる。そこに。
you're there,
できますか？君は手に入れることが。
can you get
私にいくつかの電池を。
me some batteries? While you're there, can you get me some batteries? Mr. Sato, you are better every time I see you.
佐藤さん、あなたは良くなっている。
Mr. Sato, you are better
以下のすべての時に。
every time
私が会うあなたに。
I see you. Mr. Sato, you are better every time I see you. Please feel free to sit anywhere you like.
どうぞ感じてください。自由だと。
Please feel free
座るのが
to sit
以下のどこにでも。
anywhere
あなたが好む。
you like. Please feel free to sit anywhere you like.
Why did you do that?
Because you told me to.
なぜ
Why
君はしたのか、そんなことを。
did you do that?
なぜなら、
Because
あなたが言った、私にそうするように。
you told me to.
Why did you do that?
Because you told me to.
I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't affect me.
僕は気にかけない。
I don't care
何を君がするかを
what you do
以下である限り
as long as
それが影響を及ぼさない僕に
it doesn't affect me. I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't affect me.
I'm happy with myself just the way I am.
私は幸せだ。
I'm happy
私自身に対して、
with myself
まさに以下の様態で、
just the way
私が今ある。
I am. I'm happy with myself just the way I am. Fred is an ideal husband, though a little bit boring.
フレッドは理想的な夫だ。
Fred is an ideal husband,
以下ではあるが、
though
ほんの少し退屈な。
a little bit boring. Fred is an ideal husband, though a little bit boring.
I can't concentrate on studying no matter how hard I try.
僕は集中できない
I can't concentrate
勉強することに
on studying
関係なく
no matter
どれだけ懸命に僕が頑張るか
how hard I try. I can't concentrate on studying no matter how hard I try.
This will be a challenging year as far as your career is concerned.
これはになるでしょう。
This will be
挑戦しがいのある年。
a challenging year
以下の範囲では、
as far as
あなたの仕事が関係する。
your career is concerned. This will be a challenging year as far as your career is concerned.
Maybe this time you won't be so lucky.
多分
Maybe
今回は
this time
君はならないそんなに幸運には
you won't be so lucky. Maybe this time you won't be so lucky. I won't let you have your way anymore.
私はつもりはないさせてやる
I won't let
君が持つように
you have
君のやり方を
your way
もうこれ以上
anymore. I won't let you have your way anymore. Will you be sleeping at 11:30 tonight?
あなたは眠っている最中ですか
Will you be sleeping
11時30分に今晩
at 11:30 tonight? Will you be sleeping at 11:30 tonight?
If I visit London again, I'll have been there 4 times.
もし私が訪れたら、
If I visit
ロンドンを再び、
London again,
私はいることになる。そこに
I'll have been there
4回。
4 times. If I visit London again, I'll have been there 4 times.
Can somebody translate this into English for me?
できますか誰か
Can somebody
翻訳することがこれを
translate this
英語になるように
into English
私のために
for me? Can somebody translate this into English for me? It can't be that hard. You're just being lazy.
それはありえない
It can't be
そんなに困難で
that hard.
君はただ単に怠けているのだ
You're just being lazy. It can't be that hard. You're just being lazy.
You may not like it, but I'm in charge here.
あなたはないかもしれない。
You may not
気に入ってそれが。
like it,
しかし私は任されている。
but I'm in charge.
ここにおいて。
Here. You may not like it, but I'm in charge here. You must drop by the next time you are in town.
あなたは立ち寄らなければならない。
You must drop by
次の時には
the next time
あなたがいる町に。
you are in town. You must drop by the next time you are in town.
You can't be her son. You must be her grandson.
君はであるはずがない。
You can't be
彼女の息子。
Her son.
君はきっと彼女の
You must be her
孫です。
grandson. You can't be her son. You must be her grandson.
You should take an umbrella with you just in case.
あなたは持っていくべきだ。
You should take
傘を
an umbrella
あなたと一緒に
with you
念のために。
just in case. You should take an umbrella with you just in case. I don't mean to scare you, but you'd better be prepared.
私はつもりはない。
I don't mean to
怖がらせる君を。
scare you,
しかし君はした方がいい。
but you'd better
覚悟することを。
be prepared. I don't mean to scare you, but you'd better be prepared. It was so funny I couldn't help laughing.
それはとてもおかしかった。
It was so funny.
私ができなかったほど
I couldn't
避けることが笑うことを。
help laughing. It was so funny I couldn't help laughing. I might be a few minutes late, but I'll be there.
私はいるかもしれない。
I might be
数分遅れて。
a few minutes late,
しかし私はいることになる。そちらに。
but I'll be there. I might be a few minutes late, but I'll be there. Maybe we could eat out tonight.
Sure, why not?
多分私たちはできるのでは。
Maybe we could
食べることが外で今晩。
eat out tonight.
Sure,
いいよ。
why not?
Maybe we could eat out tonight.
Sure, why not? How do you feel now?
I couldn't be happier.
どのようにあなたは感じていますか？今。
How do you feel now?
私はなりえないでしょう。
I couldn't be
これ以上幸せには。
happier.
How do you feel now?
I couldn't be happier.
I haven't been able to sleep well for the past few days.
私は現在までできていない。
I haven't been able to
眠ることがよく。
sleep well
過去の数日間。
for the past few days. I haven't been able to sleep well for the past few days.
Would you get the door? It must be Fred.
Okay, I'll get it.
あなたはしていただけますか？
Would you
出ることをドアに。
get the door?
それは違いない。フレッドであるに。
It must be Fred.
了解。僕は出ます。それに。
Okay, I'll get it.
Would you get the door? It must be Fred.
Okay, I'll get it. Coffee or tea?
I'd prefer coffee, thanks.
コーヒーですか？お茶ですか？
Coffee or tea?
私はより欲しいコーヒーが。
I'd prefer coffee.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
Coffee or tea?
I'd prefer coffee, thanks. What should I have said differently?
何を
What
私は言うべきだったのか。
should I have said
それとは異なって。
differently? What should I have said differently?
Now that I think about it, I might have been wrong.
今、すなわちその時。
Now that
私は考える、それについて。
I think about it,
私はかもしれない、間違っていた。
I might have been wrong. Now that I think about it, I might have been wrong. You could have at least called me.
I was going to.
君はできたであろうに、
You could have
少なくとも
at least
電話することが僕に。
called me.
私はそうするつもりだった。
I was going to.
You could have at least called me.
I was going to.
Don't mention it. You'd have done the same.
言わないでください、それを。
Don't mention it.
あなたはしていたでしょ
You'd have done
う。同じことを。
the same. Don't mention it. You'd have done the same.
If he were here, I could count on him for anything.
仮に彼がいたらここに。
If he were here,
私は頼れるのだが彼に。
I could count on him
いかなることでも。
for anything. If he were here, I could count on him for anything. I wouldn't fly that airline again, even if they paid me.
私は飛ばないであろう。
I wouldn't fly
あの航空会社で再び。
that airline again,
たとえ彼らがお金を払っても私に。
even if they paid me. I wouldn't fly that airline again, even if they paid me.
I could have warned you if you'd asked.
私は警告できていただろうに、君に。
I could have warned you
仮に君が尋ねていたら。
if you'd asked. I could have warned you if you'd asked.
If only you had followed the map, we wouldn't be lost.
仮にただ
If only
あなたが従っていれば地図に。
you had followed the map,
我々は道に迷っていないだろうに。
we wouldn't be lost. If only you had followed the map, we wouldn't be lost. I wish I had your talent.
I wish I could give it to you.
私は思う。
I wish
私が持っていればとあなたの才能を。
I had your talent.
僕は思う。
I wish
僕ができればと。
I could
あげることが、それを君に。
give it to you.
I wish I had your talent.
I wish I could give it to you. I was wondering if you could give me a ride.
私は思っていたのですが、
I was wondering
君が与えられるかどうかと。
if you could give
私に乗車を。
me a ride. I was wondering if you could give me a ride.
I hope that I'm not disturbing you, am I?
No, not really.
私は願う。
I hope
以下のことを。
that
私が今邪魔をしていないあなたを。
I'm not disturbing you.
どうですか？
Am I?
いいえ、それほどではありません。
No, not really.
I hope that I'm not disturbing you, am I?
No, not really.
No, no, this one's on me. It's my turn.
Oh, if you insist.
いえいえ、
No, no,
この食事はかかります。私に。
this one's on me.
支払いは私の順番です。
It's my turn.
あ、もしあなたが強く言い張るのなら。
Oh, if you insist.
No, no, this one's on me. It's my turn.
Oh, if you insist. It's time we got a new washing machine.
現在は時だ。
It's time
私たちが買ったはずの
we got
新しい洗濯機を。
a new washing machine. It's time we got a new washing machine.
It's fun being here. We all like it here.
それは楽しい。
It's fun
いることはここに。
being here.
私たちは皆気に入っている状況を。
We all like it
ここでの。
here. It's fun being here. We all like it here.
It's amazing how you can come up with such brilliant ideas.
それは驚きだ。
It's amazing
どうして君が思いつけるのかは。
how you can come up with
そんな素晴らしいアイデアを。
such brilliant ideas. It's amazing how you can come up with such brilliant ideas. I hate it when my parents say, "Because I said so."
私は大嫌いだ。それが
I hate it
以下の時が
when
私の両親が言う。
my parents say,
なぜなら私が言ったからだ。そうと。
"Because I said so." I hate it when my parents say, "Because I said so." It's not quantity but quality that counts.
それは量ではない。
It's not quantity
そうではなく質だ。
but quality
すなわち重要であるのは。
that counts. It's not quantity but quality that counts. Joe, what is it about manga that attracts you so much?
ジョー、何ですかそれは。
Joe, what is it
漫画についての。
about manga
すなわち引きつけている君を。
that attracts you
そんなに。
so much? Joe, what is it about manga that attracts you so much? You look prettier with your hair down.
Oh, do I?
君は見える。より可愛いと。
You look prettier
状態で君の髪が下がった。
with your hair down.
あら、私はそうですか？
Oh, do I?
You look prettier with your hair down.
Oh, do I? I'm feeling better now. Thanks for your concern.
私は感じている。
I'm feeling
より調子が良いと今では。
better now.
感謝です。
Thanks
君の心配に対し。
for your concern. I'm feeling better now. Thanks for your concern. Now let's talk less and work more.
さあ、しましょう。
Now let's
話すことをより少なく。
talk less
そして働くことをより多く。
and work more. Now let's talk less and work more.
As for telling your folks, the sooner the better.
以下に関しては
As for
話すことに君の両親に
telling your folks,
より早ければ
the sooner
それだけより良い。
The better. As for telling your folks, the sooner the better. You're better at this than I am.
君はより上手だ。
You're better
これにおいて、
at this
僕がそうであるよりも。
than I am. You're better at this than I am. In fact, it's not as simple as that.
Oh, isn't it?
実際には、
In fact,
それは同じほど単純ではない。
it's not as simple
それと、
as that.
あ、そうではないの？
Oh, isn't it?
In fact, it's not as simple as that.
Oh, isn't it?
I work twice as much as he does and earn 2/3 as much.
私は働いている。
I work
2倍たくさん。
twice as much
彼と比べて、
as he does
そして稼いでいる。
and earn
3分の2の額を。
2/3 as much. I work twice as much as he does and earn 2/3 as much.
College tuition is now 5 times what it was back then.
大学の授業料はである現在
College tuition is now
5倍。
5 times
それがかつてあったものの、
what it was
遡って当時に。
back then. College tuition is now 5 times what it was back then.